I was thinking, oh, this is 21st century, maybe the things will get better, there will be more equality for everyone. That was my imagination, but the reality is the same. The what our mother's generation fight for themselves is also we are fighting for the same thing in these days also. On my first period, that I was confined in one room for 12 days, and on that time, during those days, I was so young. Still, that time I was thinking that why I have to stay inside this room for like 12 days. I was not allowed to go in the sunlight. There is there is so many restrictions. And after that, slowly I started observing things, and then I started noticing, and I started kind of research from myself, my inner self, and that those small things we have to follow on our everyday life is kind of the point I have to start working on this. From that time I was questioning why these things only for us, and then I got to know about this Chaupadi in Far West. When women get menstruated, they have to separate themselves. These things is still happening in Kathmandu, but in the village I was in the context of our songs from the forest is particularly from the far western region. There in some district the Nepali word is called Chaupadi. What is Chaupadi mean? When women get menstruated, they make one small hut, and they have to go in that hut, and they have to sleep overnight. They have to sleep over there for 4 to 7 nights, and they are not allowed to go inside home. They are not allowed to do anything other daily work, and then they have to wait their food to deliver by some other family members, and if they break those rules, their family will blame them, and they always they blame them, oh, because of you break these rules and something had happened in our family, some my buffalo will die, and tiger will come to kill us, and then something it is more religious thing also. They also talk about, oh, God will be angry if you don't follow the rules. And I started working with the young women actually, because they are the person who are fighting, who are trying to resist with these things. And so many young girls experiment themselves that they have also this fear inside them. They took this thing on their blood because it's happening from so many long years, and it is really difficult to break within a time, but they are slowly trying to resist, and trying to also trying to know in depth. And then I started working with them. I just follow them, what's happening with them, not only a cow shed and only during the period, but I go beyond the cow shed and beyond these 4 days. Beyond that, what's their life, and how is the struggle is, and how they are fighting for freedom. Those kind of the things I'm still exploring on, and I'm not only talking about these menstrual taboos. It's also I'm talking about the life of the woman, and what's happening to them, also the perspective from the freedom. The freedom is the main thing for us and for every people. From the beginning of my photography life, I started working with women, and then I always work with women, and always on the issues around women. And I want to like include men, and I want to like include women issues. And then I decided, I need to do something which makes my voice more louder. And I choose the subject as a man, and I use rope as a symbol of power. And all of the men who are in my photographs, they are only the representative, and I use them as a model. I don't show their face because of I'm not talking about those particular men. I'm talking in general how men feel if they have to follow these rules and regulations we have to follow. And that is the main things I started because of that main thing I started working on the Boundless project, how men feel if they have to follow the same rules and regulation women have to follow on their everyday life. Why I started doing making work on the gender is kind of my own experience and what I see around my community, in my surroundings, and that things started working on.